stuff. It was pretty cool.
These are the guys on the ranch right now.
Yeah, I think we're holding
Going
our
live.
ground all right. I think this is the right thing to do. Because I don't know. Well, in our current situation, we actually kind of got stuck here. But the FBI, as far as now, like they won't grant us the same opportunity they gave to the very first people to all just leave peacefully. They're giving it to 3 of us out of the 4, and that we don't feel that's fair. So we're kind of waiting to see what they're going to do with him, because we can't leave him behind, and then they come and kill him and his wife because she's going to stay behind because she doesn't want him to go to prison. And so we're just all kind of sticking together here, hoping that the FBI will just realize that maybe we should be given some sort of leniency and all that kind of stuff. But we've talked to them; they won't give us that. The FBI won't budge at all. So we kind of dispute with that, and so we're kind of just holding our ground, seeing what the rest of the people are happening to them, and just kind of seeing how it goes.
Right.
But we're hoping the best thing that comes out of this is that the American people realize that there's a lot of corruption going on. They killed LaVoy. We didn't hear the audio yet, but a lot of what was supposed to be a peaceful thing ended up kind of being violent, and there's a lot of questions there.
Right. Are you aware that Mr. Bundy's attorneys have been trying to reach out to you?
Not the attorney, I don't think. Unless it's the person I talked to maybe earlier, but I'm not going to say his name or whatnot. But we've spoken to some sort of person, but I don't know if it's Bundy's or not. But we've heard his message. And he's telling us to stand down.
They haven't contacted us.
That's what the message from them is, and let me tell you, this is what was said today, and I've seen this myself. We had it on the show. Mr. Bundy's attorney said that he's even willing to like FaceTime you or somehow, like a Skype, or I don't know if you guys got FaceTime's an iPhone thing, but video conference with him face to face and discuss the issues. So I just wanted to pass that on. I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. But that's, I guess, interesting option.
Yeah. He just wanted to make sure that that you guys knew that he was offering for you to be able to, like with like a Skype or FaceTime, to be able to look each other eye to eye, so you knew he was sincere and that he was sent to speak to you on behalf of Ammon.
Right.
So I just wanted to get that message to you. So I wanted to make sure you knew that. And I do have, I have one question that I have. There's been people in our show chat that have been asking about this, and I know it's going to seem really minor to you. And I was just wondering several people have been asking about how the puppies are doing. I know it's weird, but
they're good, actually. We just had a friend that was here that left. Take him with him, and we tried to give him directions to a rancher that we know in the area. He was going to drop him off there so some of our friends back home could take control of him. He couldn't find the place after we got through the checkpoint, so he just kept them with himself, and they're safe with him now.
Okay, so they are off of the refuge and taken care of. Okay, yeah, there were some people that love animals.
Thank everybody for caring for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people that's really had you in their thoughts, and so I just wanted to ask that.
As far as we know, that the 2 dogs do not have warrants.
I gotta start taking word on that.
I hear you on that. So yeah, go ahead. I know there's things that you want to get off your chest and get out there to people, and this is your time, not mine. I just kind of wanted to ask that.
Well, I'll let David talk to you. You call him first, and when he gets tired, I usually have always got plenty to say.
Right on.
Who are you speaking with again?
My name's Mike. I'm with the Watchman News.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you, Mike, for your time, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, well, your time is appreciated.
Amen. We're hoping so. We hear there's a lot of support. There comes a day you got to make a stand, what you believe in, and do the right thing. And we had Ruby Ridge and Waco, and look how that turned out. There was innocent people killed, and if we would have stopped it, if the American people would have stood up then, in the numbers that we have, we could have stopped this corruption back then. But they were too afraid. And the corruption has continued, and now we have this today. It's the same kind of deal, and if we turn ourselves in and it just goes away, well, will be in 5 years or 10 years, it'll be another situation. The government's wrong. They have no legal authority to this land, according to the Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, Paragraph 17. So for them to issue any type of a warrant, that would make that warrant null and void, because they're not lawfully allowed to be here by the Constitution. And you can't have any law that goes against the Constitution be warranted. And for us to come here and stand up and fight for this Constitution and other people that believed in it, if we just gave up, it was all for nothing, and then LaVoy's murder would be for nothing. And, if you're going to confess that you're a patriot and true American, and you fly that flag that says, "Don't tread on me," I do, and that's every day, every hour of every day. I don't decide on Wednesday that, no, I'm not going to be a patriot today and let them abuse me. And so when does that end? I mean, it ends until you're free or you die and you meet your maker. And so if we were just to quit, it would be all for nothing. And we truly believe that God has guided us. I mean, Sandy and I'm talking for right here, I guess. I can't say the other ones for sure, but we've all seen the signs. But Sandy and I's life has been intertwined. It's truly a love story. We met some 20 years ago. It was just weird how we met. She was a teacher for my son for a while, and our paths just kept staying together there. And I was married to my second wife, and we moved to a new neighborhood, and it was around the corner from Sandy. And so we became friends and couple friends, and we had a lot of good times. And through these 20 years, a lot of things have happened, and we look back on now that we're together, and this is what God wanted. That's why He had our paths intertwined for so long, and we just didn't notice it until He actually said, "This is the right time." And we're in true and amazing love. I've never met a more loyal person in my life than my wife, and she's so beautiful in every way, supportive,
I'm never leaving side.
and she stands up for what she believes in and doesn't falter, and that's how you get it done. And we just, from then on, we moved to Idaho to be in a state that was freer than Wisconsin, where we were from. And we've seen how God's provided our path there, and the things that we did or happened to make it possible to be there. And then we got involved in this movement, and
We knew it was right. We knew it was right. Everything fell into place as God placed us there. God puts you where you need to be when you need to be there.
Right, it's amazing. And He puts you with the people you need to be with, too.
And we couldn't make it without David and Jeff here. They've been so incredible. God is organized and keeping us strong, and we all share our ideas together.
No, you couldn't find finer men. I mean, and the Bundys are fine men, and the boy Finnegan was a fine man, and he was a peaceful man. And these government officials that are not
Following the law.
Yeah, they don't follow the supreme law. They don't believe they have any God in their hearts. Tell you that. We still there?
Oh, yeah, you're here.
Okay, I thought we lost you.
No, you're fine.
Okay. I just don't believe they have God in their hearts, and they couldn't kill innocent people. We don't want to kill anyone. we really just want to go home, and we offered them that. Just let us go home, and we'll take our possessions and not have any roadblocks, because this is supposed to be America, not Nazi Germany. And no arrests, and we'll just go home, and they get the refuge back, and the
Everybody
ones that
goes
are
on.
arrested should be let out, because those laws don't apply to them either. If you've ever seen any of the classes that the Bundys have given since we've been out here, it just really grabs you and wakes you up to what the abuses that this country's endured for so long. I guess, maybe now's where it starts. The can's open and all the ingredients are pulling out, and people are waking up, and, they see how corrupt it is, that they actually will kill an innocent person, an unarmed innocent person, just to make their point. And like with us, it's, turn yourself in, submit to our treason, the tyrannical laws, or die. There is no other third option. Well, the third option would be a peaceful one, wouldn't it? Just let us go home and go on with our lives. But they're not willing to do that. And that's really sad and scary, that the only two options are, in prison. I'll probably be there the rest of my life, even though they keep telling me different. I know they lie a lot. It's either that or death. Well, it's not a good option, either one of them. And if they really wanted this to be peaceful, why wouldn't they allow for that? We haven't hurt anyone, and this felony charge is bogus. Some of the people that were here longer than me, that were here in the beginning, don't even have that charge. So how can they pin that on me? I don't get that. But
Well, and I had asked a question to the people that have been with us live today. Earlier, I asked a question, and I think it's a very good question. About these charges. Some of the people like Pete Santilli that was charged. How come, and just what you asked, how come some of the others haven't been charged? Like Brandon Curtis. He commanded a team of people to approach the FBI and essentially serve them with documents. How come he's not brought into this? How come they're just picking and choosing? But, I don't have those answers. I can only ask those questions.
Well, we've had a lot of discussions about Brandon Curtis and the Idaho 3%ers, and, they were going to be here. They were the buffer zone, and he actually called me today. I had been in contact with him in the beginning, and it didn't go very far, I guess. He wanted us to stay outside and give us permission to come in here. And it's like, I'm a 3%er, but I'm a independent 3%er. I don't belong to the Idaho 3%. I believe you fight tyranny wherever it is. And, I just couldn't bow down to his tyranny about telling me when to come and when to go. So we came directly here. But he called me today, and it was kind of like the same thing the FBI does. They try to talk to you and see how you're doing and offer your way out. And, everybody says, let's fight another day. Well, we've been doing that in the past, and we're still fighting, so you got to take it to the end.
Right, and I'm not implicating him in any way or pointing a finger at him, or I have those questions. It just seems strange.
That seems strange. And like Blaine Cooper, that was here from the beginning. Actually, Brandon Curtis told me that he has warrants for his arrest and he's hiding. But I talked to a reporter earlier today that said he's looked into it, and there is no charges for Blaine Cooper as of yet. So I don't know. I talked to Blaine. I thought he was a good guy here. I know there was a lot of rumors out there. His wife was a good person. I loved his 2 children. But if that's true, and if he's working with them or whatever, that's on him. I don't have to deal with that. The Lord will, and that's something he has to live with his whole life. And I would imagine he'd be in fear for his life for getting these people.
Well, and
It's
the
trouble.
strange thing about that is that Sean's being charged for impeding a federal employee from going to their job, but we weren't here at the beginning. When they came into the refuge to begin with, there were no employees here. So by the time we got here, there definitely weren't employees here. But the point is that Blaine Cooper was there in the very beginning, and yet they're saying there's no charges against him. But yet Sean is charged with impeding the federal employee from their duties. This doesn't make any sense.
Right, right. And it seems like the $1 million question the last couple of days has been, where's Blaine Cooper? And you know, nobody can figure it out.
They say he's in an undisclosed location. I wonder if it's in a witness protection program.
Well, what I'll tell you is they have drones flying over here 24/7. You can't get out of here without them knowing that you left and where you go. So that's another thing to think about. And we know that there's been provocateurs inside the compound. You know, taking pictures, getting information on people. You know, building the case against us. The FBI is very smart, and so we know they were there. We don't know exactly which ones they were. I mean, all of them. Pretty good idea on a lot of them. So, you know, they were there ahead of time building this case. So even the people that, you know, got out before they killed the boy and decided to come in, they're going to be charged as well. It's just a matter of time.
Right, right.
And when I talked to Brandon Curtis today, I told him, I said, you know, your life's in danger. And he said, yeah, I know, I'm aware of that. But he claims he's still in Burns in the motel room. So all I know is he gets a hot shower every night and a couple of warm meals and can watch TV, and I can't.
There's been a question I've been looking. I've been trying to avoid the chat room, but I did look over and I've seen several people asking the same question, and I think this is a fair question to ask you guys. Are you aware of where Lavoie's sidearm is?
Yeah, it's in his side. He had apparently he left his main sidearms here.
Uh-huh.
But the cops are saying that he still has one. Now, we don't know if that's true or not.
I've never seen him with the 9mm that they're claiming was in his pocket or something. He always carried a cowboy gun. I believe it was single action, so you'd have to pull the trigger back to fire it. Once in a while he wore a shoulder holster, but he didn't have them guns with him. In fact, Dwayne Emer that left here with the horse, the guy in the flag and the horse, he had them guns.
Okay.
And another guy came back to the refuge after this happened and wanted to get all of the boys' guns out of here. And Dwayne told him, I don't know where they're at. I think they're at the front gate. And he left. So he was unarmed.
Well, the main question, we saw the video of him getting killed from that drone cam or whatever it was.
Okay.
But there was there was people saying that what it looked like him, you know, touching his side was him touching his wound and he just got shot. They have no audio, so we can't tell if there was a shot and then he started reaching, you know, towards that wound area or if he was reaching toward a gun. It'd be nice to see the actual audio and hear that.
Well, there was a gentleman on YouTube, he goes by Oddbots, and he done an absolute superb job of being able to zoom in to that footage. And of course, we still don't have the sound, but he was able to zoom in on that footage, and you can see the body reactions from Lavoie. And of course, I can't assert anything. I can only say that it is, in my opinion, that he was reaching out in pain. So, if you haven't seen that zoomed in video and you have a way to do so, you can go right to our channel. It's in the archives, probably the second to last upload. So,
What was that video guy's name?
he goes by Oddbots.
Oddbots, okay.
Uh-huh.
Alright, the FBI has the capability of enhancing that video, you know, and making it high definition, and where's the body cam videos of the officers and the dash cam videos in the cars?
Now, I've heard there's no dash cams, But there is a high definition version that came out. I had downloaded it earlier. Revolution Radio has been playing the high definition version and doing a commentary on it. So there is a high def version out. I myself hadn't had a chance to really dig into it yet.
Well, if they released the witnesses that were there, there was an 18-year-old girl there that was part of a Christian singing family, and we heard that she was laying on the bottom floorboards panicking while they put bullet holes in that truck.
120.
And
120 now.
we heard that the boy was coming down through the snowbank with his arms in the air, got shot, reached for his abdomen, got shot again, and they told him to keep his hands up. He put his hands back up, and he got shot from the back, and that's why he fell to his knees. And you see him with his hands up, and then I heard they shot him on the ground as well. And then they shot this truck up with this. And this is an 18-year-old singer that hasn't harmed anyone. A lot of lives in danger there. And then we've got conflicting reports about if it was Ryan Bundy or Ryan Payne that got shot. We had heard Ryan Payne was shot 4 times and Ryan Bundy was shot once in the arm. But we're not sure which Bundy or which Ryan they're talking about for sure. But
as far as I know, so you guys know, as far as I know, the only one that was shot was Ryan Bundy, and I think it was once in the arm. So, and I'll ask those in my chat to confirm that, and I'll let you know the answer when there's a delay. So, I'll let you know the answer when they reply.
okay. And we had heard reports that Ryan Payne was shot 4 times and was in critical but stable condition. So I don't, we don't know about that part, but.
Yeah, there was a lot of rumors that went around and are still going around. So.
Yep, that's why we want to get it all straight. There were a lot of rumors that night. That's kind of how we got left behind. But, when the boy was killed, we were told that the FBI was coming here to kill all of us, so we were on high alert.
Oh, yeah.
Scary.
What happened was that, when the boy was killed, it was like on Pete Panteli's live show saying, like, the feds are coming here next. And some people, I think, were saying they're coming to kill us. And that's where it really went crazy. And then some people were saying, at that point, all the women and children, they left at that point. And then a couple of the guys, they left. And there was still a whole bunch of people left behind at that point. But rumors were saying that the people who left just minutes, earlier, they were all getting arrested at the gate, at the checkpoint. That's what they were saying. And so a lot of the guys and girls, there's girls at the time, there was a lot of people staying behind, saying it was better to stay behind than of course, be arrested. And everybody was scared, being charged domestic terrorist, blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of people staying behind. And at that point, that's when word got out that the FBI was giving people time to leave. And that's when people were still kind of skeptical, then that's when it really started breaking apart, when people started really leaving, and then the group really shriveled down. And it went down to like 10 people after like 20 people or something total. And then the 10 people that stayed behind, at that point, there was like Dwayne, Dylan, Jason Patrick, Anthony Gunner, Jason, and I think a couple other guys. But out of all those guys, a lot of them got arrested. Even though they were told that they were okay to leave, and a lot of them dropped their guns, and we watched them. They dropped their guns, left all their equipment here, and they left, thinking that they were free to go home. But that wasn't the case. A lot of them were arrested right at the gate. And so we're all still stuck here, kind of like wondering, is it better to, we don't know exactly what these people are going to be charged with later on. Like right now, the initial charge is impeding on the federal agent's duty. But when the investigation concluded, they still haven't done the investigation yet. That's when they actually start tagging everybody. Right now that one charge is a 6-year maximum. And so by the time they tag you with all these different charges, you're looking at maybe 20 or 30 years altogether of charges. And then if you're lucky, they'll just give you half that time, right?
And then when you're done, you lose all your rights.
Yeah.
It's a federal charge, so you can't own a weapon, you can't vote. This is everything that we're fighting to keep. our freedom. And if we give into that and lose our freedom, or lose our rights,